Hey everyone, today we are going to do what will hopefully be a fairly straightforward video with my friend Christian here, talking about the safety that is in what is now his pistol, was previously my pistol, and that is the Armaspec short throw Ambi safety. Now I've actually been using this one, we've been using this one for quite a long time, and it's just kind of been silently in the background, constantly being used but never really talked about, and I figured it's time that we should change that, because it's actually one of my favorite safeties that I've used, and I don't think it gets enough recognition for the quality level it's at. So really quick, why don't you just give a brief introduction of what kind of features it has?
Well, the great thing about this safety is it's a short throw safety. I mean, right off the bat, that's the very first thing. Instead of having to go all the way down, it only goes to just about 45 degrees. It's quick and it's precise. The lockup is good, and taking it off, swiping it on, swiping it off is really clean. So one of the things I like about it for me personally is I have limited use of my thumb. Obviously, everybody knows that. So it's difficult for me to get that to move forward because I can't bend at this joint. And this is just a quick little sweep down with my thumb. It's not a big problem, and I can bring it back up with the same thing. So that by far is my best, endorsement on that. Also, the edges on these are nicely milled out, so they're nice and smooth, so there's no sharp edges to catch stuff on, so you can go up and down, up and down, up and down all day, and it's not going to tear a hole in your thumb or your finger. You can swipe it off with the trigger finger, put it back on with the trigger finger really easily. And because it's ambidextrous, if you're shooting left-handed, it's the same thing, but you can use it with either finger. So you know for a fact you've hit it, and you know for a fact you've hit it back up. So,
Yeah.
And it's crisp.
Very crisp.
Very, very crisp.
One of the nice things about it is it has fasteners on either side to attach the levers to the safety drum. What that means is you can, if you say you're a lefty and you're predominantly going to be sweeping it off on the right side of the firearm, you can switch the long lever over to that side so that you don't have the long end digging into your firing hand finger. A lot of people find that annoying. And the way they're milled, they're identical top and bottom. So it's still going to be that smooth actuation like he was talking about. Because that's really one of my favorite things with these. I've used a lot of machined aluminum and other types of material safeties, and they're fine at first. You're like, oh, these are really positive and grippy, but then it just really starts tearing your hand up. And these ones are milled in a way that I really like. You guys have seen in videos recently where I've talked about the Magpul Noveski Ambi safety. To me, this is very similar, if not slightly nicer, just because it's all metal, unlike the Noveski Magpul ones, which I'm not even sure if they still make. Have you ever had those fasteners come loose on you while you've been using this?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Neither have I. I don't remember how I installed those initially. I don't remember there being any thread locker, but they have not come loose through.
I've never even thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
It hasn't even been a consideration.
Yeah, it's well over 1,000 rounds with that safety in there.
Oh, yeah. Just what we've done here.
Yeah, I mean,
between you shooting it on your own and me shooting it on my own, probably had another 500 or 600 of that.
Yeah, easily. So, again, there's really not much to say about the safety other than that it just really works well. It's a well-designed safety that I just feel like doesn't get enough recognition. Full disclosure, I did actually get this one for free. It was at TriggerCon. They had a table out there, and they were just kind of handing them out to people. So I didn't have any connection with the Armaspec company when that happened. Just kind of handed it to me. Again, I think it was at TriggerCon the first year I went. And so I didn't pay for it, but I can very safely say I would feel absolutely comfortable paying for it from here on out. And you guys know, since I got this, I've actually done some videos with Armaspec because I was so impressed by that safety.
I did not notice that the levers were different sizes.
Oh, yeah?
I've had this for a while now, and I kind of stare at it lovingly. I did not notice that they were different sizes.
And you probably would have noticed they were the same size because it would have dug into your trigger finger.
It would have if I ever shot left-handed.
Because it's designed that way, and because I'm the one that initially installed it, it's just one of those things where the fact that it doesn't get your attention is a good thing.
That is a very good thing.
It works the way it's supposed to, because you usually use your trigger finger to sweep the safety off, correct?
To sweep it off, yes. Because
or put it back on safe, I should say.
Put it back on safe, yes. Put it back on safe, I use my trigger finger.
Yeah, and
because it's just the taking it out of the trigger and putting it up anyway, so I just kind of do that all in one go.
And even then, with the shorter side doing that,
it's not hard at all.
Yeah.
And the great thing is that the on position is really crisp to get to it. The off position really get to it, but to actuate it doesn't take any great effort. So it's good. It's got a good firm lockup in each position, but moving it, you don't have to really overcome this mechanical lockup. So it's really smooth to take off. And for me, with my hand the way that it is, that's necessary because I don't have a lot of strength in this hand to fight things with. So it just goes off and on.
Yeah.
Off, on, off, on.
So obviously we've been extolling the virtues
On, off.
of, depends on whether we want it on fire or on safe. We've been extolling the virtues of this safety. How does this compare to some other safeties you've used? Because you obviously have a lot of experience with AR-15s.
Most of the safety I've used have been the standard,
Mil-spec,
90-degree mil-spec things. I've used some custom ones or some, high-dollar ones, but they're still the same 90-degree ones. And those are fine, but when you've used this one at 45 for long enough, that length to travel
Gets really old.
it seems like a long length to travel after you've gone just 90 degrees because this comes off really quick. Bang, it's off. It's not yoink, off, and then whoop, back on. It's just click, click. So it's really fast.
Yeah. And me, I have Donald Trump-sized hands, so I have really fairly short thumbs. And the short throw is my preference, which is why I have it on pretty much all my ARs so that I can very easily sweep it off and then put the safety back on with my thumb. And it works well for me that way. And I can't remember for sure. I'll either cut this part out or I'll annotate it if I get this wrong. I want to say if you flip the drum around, you can actually do 90 degrees. So if you prefer 90 degree, you just want the form factor of these ones. I'm pretty sure you can just swap the drum around and then put the levers back on, and then it'll be 90. But I know for sure it's short throw like this. The other cool thing about these is they actually come in several different colors. So if you're the kind of person that likes to Gucci out your AR with a bunch of fancy colors and anodized whatever, what have you, you can do it with Armaspec.
Just don't.
I mean, there's some people who do like the 3-gun thing or the whatever, and that's their jam, and I'm not here to judge them, even though they're wrong. Actually, that's a lie. I actually been looking at doing some competition stuff here recently, but
Yeah,
anyway.
but you can do the competition stuff without having to bling out your Gucci gun.
But when you go golfing, you don't go golfing in shorts and a t-shirt. You got to look as golf-like as you can with a stupid hat and the plaid
I
shorts.
would wear 1923 Great Gatsby style golf clothes.
Exactly.
With 24 karat gold plated golf spikes on my shoes.
All right, well, you lost me
my
there.
alligator leather golf shoes.
So anyway, to bring this home, is there anything else you want to say about that safety?
No, I think we covered most of it. It's a really good safety.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the sides were one was short, one was long. I'm a little amazed by that.
Yeah.
I've literally gone over this thing with a microscope just to inspect things I love about it, and I did not notice.
It's not a vast difference, but it is there.
It's an eighth of an inch.
One thing I will say too is I've used it with both mil-spec triggers, and the trigger we currently have in there is the Rise Armament RA140.
Which is a wonderful trigger.
Fantastic trigger. We've done a video on it. Works well no matter what trigger I've actually had installed in that lower. It just works. So anyway, like I said, should be a fairly straightforward thing. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go and throw those in the comment section down below. If you have experience with the Armaspec safety or anything from Armaspec, definitely throw that in the comment section down below as well. I've literally only used their safeties, so I'm interested to hear how some of their other stuff runs. They have some really cool stuff out there. Some stuff that I can't get excited about, but there are some actually really cool things they have out there on the market. So if you have experience, again, please let us know. I want to say thank you to my patrons for making a video like this possible, being able to burn through some ammo, as well as Christian bringing his own ammo as well, to make videos like this happen so that we can actually put rounds through guns.
Which is the funnest part.
It's the most fun part. So, Christian, thanks for bringing the pistol back out for my conjugal visit.
Of course.
Again, hope you got something out of this video, and I really appreciate you watching.
Did you say conjugal visit?
I did, yeah. It's like when you have your
Ew.
suppressor still in
No,
jail
no. I
while
don't
you're waiting for
I
your
don't need
Form
visuals.
4.
I don't need visuals.
When you're waiting for your Form 4 to clear, and we say the can is in jail,
Right.
when you go visit your can at the store because you can't take it home yet.
People
we call
do
it-
that?
Yeah, call it conjugal visits. We had a guy come in just the other day to make sure that the tri-lug mount would work with his 9mm carbine.
So you've bought the suppressor. It's waiting your paperwork at the store.
Yep.
And people will take time out of their day to drive to the store
Yep.
to lovingly fondle
Yep.
their purchase until such a time as they can take it home.
Yep. Comment down below if you've ever done that, because I know you have.
I've never done that.